Welcome back. We're talking about pet insurance on the show today. A lot of us know about it, but don't necessarily have it. Joining us to talk about it today, we have December Vandenberg. She represents the company Pet Secure. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and we have Yubu, who is your own cat, and
yep.
Yubu has pet insurance.
He does, thankfully. This is my best friend, Yubu. I love him like he's my own child. So he's been on Pet Secure for about 1.5 years now. I looked at him one day and I thought, you know, if anything happens to you, I need to know that I can take good care of you. Yeah. So I need to get you insured, and I did. And not 4 months later, he started getting really weird symptoms. And I took him to the vet. Pet Secure actually covers the cost of exams, so I didn't even have to think about whether or not I should take him in. I whisked him in right away. Turns out he has diabetes.
Wow.
So I have been able to experience Pet Secure not only as a staff member, right, but as a client as well. And It's been a great experience.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about the perks of having pet insurance. But first, we should also introduce Dr. Paul Hunter. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
What do you think about this whole pet insurance thing? I'm sure you are for it as well.
Well, I think most vets would love to see their clients coming in with their animal insured, because it just removes the problem of making decisions in a monetary fashion. It allows clients to examine the health problem, make a decision that's based on health and getting better, instead of making decisions based on, can they afford this?
Mm-hmm. I think some people probably avoid trips to the vet because they know if they go in and they're not sure if it's worth it, they could end up spending several hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, they don't, and then their animal suffers the consequences.
That's right, yeah. And when you have pet insurance, you have that peace of mind that says, you don't have to worry, you can just go in, and the veterinarians can practice the medicine that they're trained to practice without cutting corners too.
Exactly.
So it works for everybody.
Yeah, we have a saying in practice where someone may ask, well, why didn't you not do these tests? And you say, well, my hands were tied. The client would not move into the diagnostics required to come to a conclusion as to what the diagnosis was, and opted to perhaps euthanize or surrender the animal, both of which are equally upsetting for the owner, right? Nobody wants to lose their pet,
right?
And it's a reality that economics play into it. It's a reality probably in the human side.
Simply put, December, I'm sure that bills for having a cat with diabetes could be pretty hefty.
Yeah, and you know what, just getting him diagnosed and doing his regular weekly checkups, which are also covered, I probably would have spent, you know, $1,500 or so just to get that part done. And then he requires ongoing insulin and ongoing glucose test strips, and all of this is covered under Pet Secure, so it's great.
And so how much do you have to pay? And I know that there's different plans, but maybe we could just get a rough feel for what we're looking at here.
Sure. So Pet Secure has 4 levels of coverage, so something for everyone. So you don't necessarily need the top plan. You maybe just want basic coverage. Well, he's a hairy guy. Look at that.
That's okay. I've got a cat too. I'm used to it.
I brought a sticky roller for us. So you can choose your plan, and he's on the level 2, which gives him $2,500 per accident and $2,500 per incident per year. So that's really covered him well. He doesn't really seem to need more of that yet. As he gets older, maybe I'll move him up to a bigger plan.
And you have the option of doing that.
Yes, you can do that. And our top plan, which is just an awesome plan, it's unlimited coverage for accidents, unlimited coverage for illnesses. All of our plans include allotment for routine dental care, and the top plan also includes wellness care. So that's your vaccines, your blood work, your urine tests, all the things that you might do on an annual basis.
Okay. Yeah, it's something that people really need to think about. I mean, we all know that person who has a dog that got sick and it was expensive. And, you know, if it's something that you think about ahead of time, you can make a good decision, find the right plan for you, save yourself some money, and allow the vets to do the job that they want to do in order to make sure the pet's going to be all right.
Yeah, yeah. I think in Canada, we have a low percentage of people that are insuring their pets.
2% of, okay, that's a good question. I was going to ask that as well. 2% of us have these plans. That's not a lot.
And I think in Europe, it's quite different.
Oh, really?
I've been told in parts of Britain, it's 80%. You know, and it just changes how
Why is there that shift? Why is there that shift in thinking?
Well, I mean, Europe is always light years ahead of us in these kinds of things. It's actually 2% of owned animals are insured. Not 2% of people who have them, but it's like, and 50% of owned animals in like Sweden are insured. So it's coming. it's a mindset people just need to get on board with. It is coming, it's happening already. I can see the number of policies rising in my territory on an annual basis. So it's coming, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else that you guys wanted to touch on? I think we've probably got about another 30 seconds or a minute.
Gosh, my mind's a blank. I was up all late last night. So.
Were you? Okay, it's all good.
Pet insurance. I was on call, and you know, we have all this stuff coming in, and it's just people say, "Wow, it's expensive," and you have to tell them, you know, like running a hospital is expensive. Most of our money goes to running the hospital. You know, we take a wage like everyone. It's not big. It's not. It is a very difficult thing to have the equipment and the people to keep active in looking after animals appropriately, and it just makes it. It's kind of a no-brainer, but it is tough to sign up for monthly payments in anything, I think.
It's hard to get your mind wrapped around that at first, but it's like anything else. You pay your car insurance, you pay your home insurance, you don't even think twice about it, and when something happens, you know you're covered. So
exactly.
Everybody should have it.
Good advice. I appreciate you being here today, December.
Thank you.
Yubu has been a very easygoing participant. I know that she was a bit, is it a she?
He's a boy.
He was a little bit nervous, but he's held the course all right.
Yeah, he gets around quite a bit. I take him with me lots of places.
That's good, good. All right. Excuse me. Thank you for being here today. If you would like to learn more about PetSecure, it's petsecure.com. You can find out a little bit more about some of the options out there. Perhaps there is a plan that is right for you, and we can move up the numbers here, 2%. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.